Hello! Welcome to ARK Survival Evolved. We're on the Extinction map. Today I want to see if I can get myself another Velonasaur, so I'm looking for high level ones. So far I found this one here, like it's a level 144 male. Before I tried trapping one, just basically getting it to have a game of tag and see if I could lure it into a trap. The problem is the ranged attack on these things is pretty brutal. Up close they're quite quiet. You can quite easily take them out. But ranged, I mean, they're seriously fast. The damage they do. It's not doing it on the moment, but it's when you watch them, it's like watching like a machine gun. They spit out these bolts at such a fast pace. Let's see if I can attract its attention again. It's not so much phasing at this one at the moment anyway. But they're seriously fast. As I say, it's like watching yeah, you can see the darts that were going in there. See if I can. I think one of the options is basically like you could use the environment in your favour. I mean, here I'm just on these platforms here, just to stay out of its way. The plan is basically to see if I can knock it out, or at least get it to the point where it starts to run. Because if I can get it, if I get the topo sorted out, so it's high enough that it runs, then it shouldn't really matter then. I've also got some flak armor on as well, just to be on the safe side. Oh, it would help if I can shoot as well. It's probably just as well I brought enough this many dots. Oh, you can hear it there going there. Come on! Move, I want to see you. Oh, good grief. See if it'll start there. Yeah, I mean, before, it was shooting me before, and it was seriously fast. It's not. It's kind of similar to the thorny dragon. It looks like some sort of, like, you know, technical hybrid. This is actually quite a good place, this, to be honest, because it's because I can get pretty. Oh, no! Come here. Oh, that wasn't the plan. You're not supposed to attack. Ow. Just stay there, will you? Stop causing trouble. Right, where's it gone? There it is. Oh, good grief. Yes, this is quite a good. I must admit, this is quite a lucky place to have. Oh, my health is alright anyway. I mean, I haven't been hit that much by it, like, but for crying out loud. I'm just wondering how much this will take. I mean, it's a 144, so it's not ideal. I'll have to go and see if I can find a much higher one. But I'm more interested in what it's like compared to the other one, because the other one, the stamina, that was, I can't remember what level it was, but it was, it didn't have much going for it in terms of stamina, so when I was trying its, you know, its attack, it wasn't doing much, to be honest. It was running out of stamina too quickly. Right, it's either going to turn around and come back, or it's going to unfortunately run towards these Euryarnuses. I think I'll leave her up here just to be on the safe side. I'm not too fussed if I go down. I get the impression it's on the run. Yeah, I mean it's had plenty. Ah, there you go. Yeah, so that seems a pretty good option, really. Topo's not too bad, so I think we'll have to go and look for some prime meat. So I'm going to go and look for some prime meat then, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so this Velonasaur here is up pretty quick. It's a male one. So I think I'll call this one Vince. It didn't take much prime meat to get it tamed, to be honest. I just went out and got a couple of stegosaurs. I mean the stats. I mean, I suppose I'll have to take it out for a run and see, but I think I've got a saddle for it. So I had to go back to base and get a saddle for this one, so I forgot to bring one with me. But it's the one thing that bothers me is there's some Euryarnus wandering around there somewhere. Now, why is that showing? Oh, that's interesting. It's showing itself as exhausted. How bizarre. That's an interesting feature. Insufficient stamina to jump, but look, it's got all of its stamina. Now that is bizarre. Is that a feature? Now I can understand that. Now that is definitely bizarre. That must be a bug. Because I got on it and it was already winded, but it hadn't done anything, and its stamina was full. I mean, one thing I've noticed is they are fairly easy to kill if you get up close to them. That's the better strategy to do. Let's try that one. Wow, 39. That's not bad, 39. But you'd obviously want like a lot of stamina to make it of use. 85 for an attack. That's not bad. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad one to have. It's going up by about 100 on stamina. So I mean now it's got what about 1500. So oh wow, if you hold it, wow, if you hold the left key, so that is in. Oh, that is brutal. I was saying before it was like when I've seen them in the, you know, when they start attacking. If they've got a good so like distance on you and they've got a good vision, they can oh, that's a run from a Euryarnus. They were spitting out these little bolts like a machine gun. Now you can fire once, it'll fire one, but if I hold the actual left mouse button down, if I hold it down, that's brutal. Holy moly! Oh, I like this. I mean, it's not blisteringly fast to run around with. It's got an interesting jump. I mean, the jump sounds like a mechanical, like it's got bionic legs. They like sound like hydraulics. Oh yeah, you can increase its movement speed as well. So let's see, 120 goes to not that much, I suppose. At least the stamina goes up quite quick. But wow, I'm impressed by that. If you hold, I mean, as I say, just press it once and you get one, but hold it down and shine a light. I mean, the stamina actually isn't going down. So that's interesting, that in comparison. So if you, so it's sending out quite a few bolts, but the stamina goes down pretty quickly. You know, oddly enough, if you hold it down, it's thrown out a lot more bolts, but the stamina seems to last longer. It's truth, how many bolts did that thing put in there? So let's see, so yeah, I remember if you right click them, they'll do an AoE attack. So that used up a bit of stamina. And if you keep the right button held down, it just keeps doing that until it runs out of stamina. Not getting anything out of that. Not getting anything out of the X key. Oh, I do like this. Yeah, I definitely do like this. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to have a look around the map. I want to see if, I mean, this one was 144 what I found. I think I'll have a look around and see if I can find it's the colours I'm interested in now, and see if I can find an even higher level 180, hopefully, because that seems to be the easiest way to get them. I mean, there's not much point trying to trap them. The easiest way seems to be just to use the environment to knock them out. I mean, after a while they'll just run away because the topo is getting too high. I mean, the topo on this thing was about, well, over 5,000, but at least I could chase after it. And it was pretty safe up on one of these little ramparts here. I think the most dangerous thing in that area at the moment seems to be the Euryarnesses wandering around. These things are brutal if they get you from a distance. If you want to just kill one, just get up right up close to it and kill it there and then. Because I've been taking ones out with this with Sam over there. I mean, she doesn't deal out much damage, which is just sort of much better chance up close than at a distance. At a distance, they are seriously brutal. I mean, they're. I mean, that is just. I mean, if you're doing like PvP, I can imagine like going up against an army of these things. I mean, it's true. It's like artillery. I wonder what. Yeah, the right click doesn't do much when it's in crouch mode. Well, I'm going to have a look around on the map. I'm going to take this one back to where I've got Dipsy, and I'll have a look around the map. If I don't see another high level one, I'll the next plan is to finish expanding that little trap that I've got in the snow biome, because I wanna see if I can get myself a higher level snow owl. Sam's definitely been useful. I really like this snow owl, I must admit. It's good. She's good for getting about on the map much quicker. The one pity is just the fact that you can't pick anything up. But if I get a higher level one, I think I'll stand a better chance of being able to be able to take all the dinos out basically, because she doesn't hit much. Because she only started out at level 90, so she doesn't have much like melee damage at all. So I want to see what a higher level snowy owl can do in comparison. So I'll have a look around on the map, and then I'll bring you back once I found something. Okay, so I'm back. I've been out just having a lot of fun really with this Velonasaur. I've been pumping health and stamina, and I've been testing out melee as well, a bit on the movement speed, but definitely they're an absolute joy to use. It's just bizarre. I mean, I don't bother with this, like the the up close attack. I just do range because it's brutal, absolutely brutal. I mean, that was a 140. One thing you'll have to bear in mind, as I've noticed, is if you're right up close to something, that ranged attack doesn't work. I've had like Carnos, for instance, come running after me, and as soon as it got right up in front of my nose, all you could do is just, nothing happens. You just go into crouch mode, you press the button, and nothing happened. This pump's stamina here. It seems like C's up, I think, so it's obviously got like a distance restriction. With the Carno, it's a bit tricky because obviously they're pretty fast on getting around. So we just go right up to this thorny dragon, for instance. So I'm right up close. Ah, now there you go. It actually worked this time. I don't know what's going on, because I had plenty of stamina left. I mean, I'd been firing a lot of shots off. This Carno came right up to me. I still had half of my stamina, and that was it. It just wouldn't budge. I couldn't get anything out of it. I had to literally get up out of a crouch, run away, turn around, and then use it again. So yeah, Murphy's Law, didn't have a problem that time. But the melee damage on this one isn't going up that much. We're at about 313, so one pump gets me about 5. I think that goes up by about 1 point on the range damage. So I mean, last time round it was about 42, so yeah, so we're up to 43 now. So I think it seems to depend on whereabouts you hit them, but it's about one pump of melee seems to be getting me about 1 extra hit point in damage. So I'm more inclined to pump the health and the stamina probably, because once you run out of stamina, I mean, these things they really take a beating. I mean, I've taken Allosaurs out really quickly with this thing. Carnos, I mean, what's this one up to? Well, he's up to 236. There's a 162. Carno came, I think it was 162, and that I mean, for some strange reason, it didn't even seem phased by it. I mean, I was pumping tons of bolts in it, it wasn't even phased. So it was just bizarre. But I think this is great. It's not a particularly fast one to move around. I mean, I'll get rid of some of this excess weight. So it's not so far it hasn't been a particularly fast dino to move around. It does take fall damage. I've deliberately tested that because I thought I would have been able to like withstand a good fall, because it's got it sounds like it's got hydraulics to me. But I jumped off a cliff edge and it took quite a lot of damage. I mean, it was down to about half of its health. But they're absolute real fun. And it seems to be that, I mean, that arm, the hand attack is it's quite a range on it, because it wasn't. I don't know. I mean, I was trying to aim for some dead dino, and I seem to hit something on the side as well. So it's got a bit of an AoE attack, I think, on the side. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. I can't turn around for some strange reason. not too bad. I mean, 91 in... yeah, 91's not too bad. I mean, but I think it's best. It's best if you can sort of hit things from a select distance, really. Let's see if I can just run away. I'll just run away, turn around, and I should be able to finish these two off pretty quick. Just you feel bad. I mean, it's brutal. I mean, I saw them in the wild where they were attacking things. I mean, it's literally like a machine gun. It's a machine gun on legs. It's just absolutely. I mean, it's a real killing machine if you've got the distance. As soon as you're up close and personal, I mean, it does a reasonable amount of damage. But most of the ones I'm finding at the moment tend to be much lower levels. So, I mean, I'll keep my eye out, see if there's anything else. But I think I'm going to start looking for a higher level snowy owl if I can get one. It's just too much. There's just too much fun with this thing. It's really much fun. It's nice colours, definitely. I do like the colours on it. But anyway, yeah, I think the best thing now is to start looking for a decent snowy owl as well. Well, I've spent absolutely ages trying to find a high-level snowy owl, but I've really struggled. I mean, I found a level 90, a level 102, but that was about it, really. So, I've kind of given up on that for now. It's just I've spent so long. Sam's not very good for being able to dish out damage, so it was taking me quite a while to take out some of the lower level ones, and they were usually quite busy attacking other things. It's always fun to watch them attacking herbivores because they don't do any damage at all to them, so they're just like flying around constantly, like swatting at like an ankle or one of those mammoths, and you know, they're just not phased by it. So it's quite hilarious at times. But yeah, I definitely need a higher level one, so it's just a case of keep going out there. I think I'll probably take Tina out to do that, to be honest. Probably could do with a higher level Tabajara, to be honest, but she does quite well, I must admit. She can hand out some good damage, and she's good for the aerial combat as well in particular. You don't have to keep like moving, you know, coming in dive bomb things and attack things. You can just pretty much just sit in the air and just attack anything at any direction, really. So what I've done is I want to make some progress in this map. So what I've done is I brought Vince over here because what I found is these two do team up. They're made boosted, and I've managed to actually get them to breed, which is a good thing. So I've got them hitched up, but I had to take Vince out to get myself some polymer, some of those corrupted nodes. I've had him chasing stegos, trikes and all sorts out there to get me some polymer. Since I was like looking around for actual snowy owls, there's been a patch being released for ARK, and it does actually make some quite changes. I've noticed. I've gone through the patch notes, and one of them seems to be that stamina problem I ran into when I first got Vince, and I tried to ride him. He was just completely exhausted as far as the little logo in the top right corner was concerned. I could still fire, and I couldn't jump with him though because I was seeing insufficient stamina, even though he had a full stamina bar. For some strange reason, once I got him to shoot a load of darts, that seemed to resolve the issue, but I think that problem should now be solved because of the last patch. And one thing I have found with him, I mean, he's really good for ranged attack. I mean, I've been pumping his health and his stamina. I did pump his melee a bit more because at first I was a bit hesitant because I was thinking, well, there's only like one gain he's getting per pump. But if you think of that's the bolts, and you're getting, I don't know, maybe 30, maybe 40 bolts out of them, I mean, that's quite an improvement, like. And at ranged, he's really good at ranged damage. Up close, he takes quite a bit of damage, and the trouble is, once he runs out of stamina, it takes quite a while for his stamina to come back. Sam over there, I mean, her stamina comes up really quickly as soon as you're at rest. Vince here, it does take quite a while. So the trouble is, if you're getting ganked by something up close, it does have an impact, and he doesn't take too well to getting beaten up, basically. So ideally you want to be at ranged distance to be able to shoot them and try and take them down as quickly as possible. I mean, he's been up against T-Rexes, and I also had him up against some high-level enforcers. He took out a 162 and a 150 at range pretty easily before they got to him. But there was one enforcer. It wasn't particularly high level, but it sort of like teleported towards him. As soon as I started shooting, this thing just teleported right in front of him. And what I noticed is that I think the problem that I had when I was attacking a Carno was that the Carno must have been hitting him enough to interrupt his alt attack. So that was obviously, I think that was causing the problem for me, where it felt like the gun, you know, like when you're gunning like a machine gun or something, if it seizes up. And that's kind of like what it felt like to me, because I was holding the right key, the right mouse button down, and nothing was happening. I had to literally run away and turn around and come back and start again. But while I was up against this little enforcer, I think it was just because the fact he was getting hit and interrupted a lot, and I think that was causing the problem. And the problem then is, if you try to use that ranged attack, your stamina goes down very quickly. If you use just like a small bursts of fire, it does deplete the stamina very quickly. So it's not really all that good. So it's at that point you're probably much going to resort to the primary attack anyway. Although it's not that particularly high. I think I've got him up to about 96 or something. He'll do 48, I think it is, on the ranged attack. It's something like that. I think there might be like one's half of the other, but a lot of bullets, they'll take things down really quickly. So what I've been doing then, I mean, as I say, because I've had trouble finding another snowy owl, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and breed these. So I want to basically get some eggs. So that's partly why I brought Vince back, because she's mate boosted, she's already dropped one egg. I got the two of them to breed. So we went out and we got some of those corrupted nodules so that we could get some polymer. So what I've done over here is I've built myself an electrical generator. Because I'm using S+, I don't have to mess around with wires. So I got one of these hidden wire pieces, put it in the foundation, put the generator on top of that, just pop some gasoline in there, and then I've been able to put an electrical outlet, and it's just attached straight to that. And then I've got wireless charge going back to the air conditioner here, and now I've got a refrigerator, so things should last a lot longer. So far we've had one egg being dropped. That's one thing I do notice. It does make quite a difference when you've got these dinos mate boosted. It is much quicker. I mean, you can get an overraptor to speed things up as well. I keep meaning to do that, but you need quite a lot of eggs to be able to tame them things. So I mean, she's like laid one fertilized egg and one unfertilized egg pretty much at the same time, strangely enough. But my intention is really to breed these up to get me some more females, rather than going out to the desert and getting lots of other females. I think that's the only trouble. Is I forgot to change the settings, so it's gonna take about well over a day, I think, before she's ready to mate again. Yeah, I should have altered that beforehand. So unless this next egg's a female, it's going to take quite a while. I'm not going to bother with imprinting or anything. I just want about 3 females and probably a low-level male, so that I can get them to lay a lot of eggs. Because I'm pretty sure that whatever kibble comes out of their eggs, I'll probably be used to tame one other dino that's out there, I'd imagine. I'm still not sure what the snowy owls need or what these need as kibble. that's usually the case. It's, you know, it's the newer dinos provide kibble for the other ones. May not necessarily be the case, but that's where I'm hedging my bets on so far. Anyway, either way, I'd want the new kibble. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that one, because what I've found is, I mean, it's about 35 degrees out here, and it's kind of odd that even I don't know what the range is on that thing, but even though these are living in the desert, yeah, I'll pick that back up again. I'll turn this off. I could have probably just picked that up, but it's a bit of a waste of gasoline, really. So it's very hot out here. It's 35 degrees. I'm a bit surprised, to be honest, because I'm just gonna have to be really careful I don't eat that. It's too hot, and I'm surprised at that, because I would have thought because they're out in the desert, I would have thought that you know, they wouldn't be too fazed. But it's, I suppose when I go out to the desert, it's actually about 20 degrees out there. Anyway, I'll just put the electric back on. Just see if I can get one of these, because I mean, it's got quite a range on that. I don't think I can tell. Yeah, I can't tell from here, but I'll right, just make sure I drop that. So that's going to take. It's not going to take too long to hatch, and I'm not too bothered. I mean, you know, you've got like a level 44, and a female, level 144 male. I'm not going to bother with things like incubating them. I'm not bothered at all. Not incubating them, imprinting them, because I just want them to be able to produce kibble at this stage. Well, eggs, so I can then produce kibble. But I will try and get myself like a level 180 and start breeding them properly. But that's what I'm finding on the map. I mean, I've been trying to get like Argentavis. I'm still keeping an eye out for them, and they're always, I think so far, I think they were quite common to find like a level 18 and a level 24. So that's annoying. This is almost done, so we'll just see what we get from this one. Oh, so you're a level 152. Ah, now that's handy, because that one's a level 152, so it actually came out. I'm surprised at that. Right, so let's see if I've got any. I don't think I need much meat for these, but where have you gone? Come here. Yeah. Ah, good. So it's eating that. Well, that's a good sign. Yeah. So I mean, actually, I mean that's not too bad, because Vince was like level 144. I'm not sure what level he came out at once he was tamed. So at least this one's come out a bit higher. But I mean, I'm only going to use that for eggs anyway, so it's not a big deal. So it's going to take quite a while for a to tame up. So as long as she's got enough meat, you should be fine. At some point, the good thing about S Plus is once they get to a certain point, she'll actually start feeding off the trough anyway. So I've got an S Plus trough over there. It's just in the early stages I've got to feed her manually. So where do you get your colours from? I think you're just getting the... Because you've got like a... Hang on a minute. That's not... Hang on. Right, just stay there. So you've got like a... You've got like a... kind of a grey... That's odd though, because... I mean, this one's like a red one. quite red. I mean, these are like orange. It's got like orange, look like bones of some sort. There's a grey, light brown grey colour. I might get a better idea once it's fully grown. I mean, that one's got a green undercarriage, and so is she. I mean, I'm not really bothered about things like mutations or anything, because as I say, I mean, at this early stage, it's just more to do with just getting the breeding going. At least I know I can breed them anyway. So then I can, if I can get some higher level ones, I can then breed them properly, and then you can start to tame them up. So that's good to know anyway. At least I know I've got some means of getting some kibble. So I might actually be tempted to go out and get another, to just get, you know, any snow owl just to see if these breed. Because I'm still puzzled over these, because they're like, I mean, to me, I mean, it's like some sort of cyborg. I mean, you can see what's happened to these ones. They've got some artificial manipulation running down through them, but nothing on the scale that's happened to the snowy owl, because they've got some sort of sensors up there, like antenna, and the eyes are very, you know, they look like telescopic sort of things, the bionic stuff. I mean, it looks like an organic body in this way. I don't see much around the main body, but it's still. This, I mean, to me, this looks more of a cyborg than an actual organic creature. But I think, I mean, at this stage, I'm just going to be breeding these things up off camera. There's no point just repeating all this. And I'm going to be going out searching for more snowy owls, ideally a high-level one, or at least one. I think I'll need probably a low-level male, just for the sake of seeing if I can breed these. I still really could do with a high-level Argentavis, but just for the sake of being able to help me to carry things around, and being able to, it makes life so much easier for taming, to be able to pick things up and drop them into a pen. Even I'm just getting so used to either doing it that way with the Argentavis, or riding on the back of a Thylacoleo, for instance, and then just tanking anything pretty much on the back of one of those, because you can use a weapon on them. You can't do it with, you can't fire a weapon while you're on, you know, on one of these Velonasaurs. It's pretty much just what the dinosaur itself can do. So I think what I'll be doing then is, to get things moving, is I'm going to keep my eye out looking around for a better snowy owl and an Argentavis. If I can, I'll try and get myself a better Tapejara as well. But at some point I really want to get up to the northwest corner, and I want to build a base there because it's underground. Because as far as I'm aware, one of the things that this patch has brought back was the meteor showers. You're okay while you're in the city, I believe, and if you're in a biome, but if you're out there in the wasteland area, I think you can get damaged if a meteor hits you. I only just saw them at the start of the game coming down when I first jumped on board. I could see these meteors coming down, but I hadn't left the city yet anyway for it to bother me, and then the patch came out pretty much straight away. So I wasn't really all that phased by them. So how you do? Yeah, it's going to take quite a while for this thing to mature. Oh, you've dropped another egg. Oh, good. So anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed watching the video. I've learned a lot more about these Velonasaurs than when I first got one. So that's been great now that I've got the kibble part of it going and I'm breeding them up, that's really good for me anyway. But yeah, if you've enjoyed watching this, then do please leave a like. If you've got any comments or suggestions, they'd be greatly appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, then please subscribe to get reminders of when new content comes out. But that's all for this episode. Until the next game, thanks very much for watching. Bye.